How are we doing? Ah, I can see Alabama and Ronaldo. Excellent. Okay, they're both in as well. Let's try and get them in. There you go. How are you two doing? Just fade them in quickly.
Do you have a
Hi there. How are you doing?
It won't connect.
You,
I love tech camera won't connect, won't go on the thing.
it won't load on the what?
On the settings for this call. Yeah. Just
Are
the
you
first.
using what browser are you using? Using Safari?
We're on Chrome.
And you can't find if you plug the camera in. Does it not? I mean, maybe you have to restart it. If it's not plugged in, you might have to have to then
Okay.
uh, refresh your web page or something like that. Plug it in first, and then refresh your web page and try it again.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
How's that working now?
just that we can't plug into the
Yeah.
we don't have any
Yeah.
webs.
So I think we're all ready.
Excellent. Good. How about your camera position? How's that? How's that? Is the camera working now?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
It just
fantastic. There we go.
yeah. We're using Ray's. It didn't actually work on my laptop.
Oh, I think the thing is you have to put the camera in before you start the website, before you open the website. That's normally what I would try and do.
Yeah, I did do
So
that.
what you want to try and do is try and get the whole picture into your get it nicely positioned. So you've got a bit of the back wall and a bit of the floor, so you can have the full person sitting in the green screen. Let's just try and while you're doing that, I'm going to. That works nicely. So what do you think? Do you think you want to try and bring your camera in a bit closer, so you get just the green? I can crop it if I needed to, but just trying to see how much I can get in of you there. Just trying to see how much we can get. There's someone's phone ringing. I couldn't tell what that is, whether it was my computer or not doing that. Let me just try and get that working. There we go. Almost keying. I'm going to put something on here in a minute. We're just going to see how we're getting on. How's Mirabelle doing? Mirabelle, are you there? That's good, Alabama. You want to just see if you can move in a little bit closer with it. I don't know whether that's possible. How close are you now with the camera? Yeah.
Pretty close, so I don't think it works.
What? How far back? If you walk right back to the green screen, how much of your body do we? How much of the full figure of your person do we get on there?
The fast one.
Do we got a chair?
That's a chair there, isn't there? Yeah. Let me just try here. Look. You can try this. This is a. Let's see how that works. So I don't know where is Mirabelle still there? She's disappeared. Have we got our dancers? They seem to have disappeared. Where have they gone? Who have we got there? Ronaldo. I could try and zoom in a little bit with you, Ronaldo. It would cut off the side, then it would give you a whole screen on the side, but it'll make you smaller. But we'll see. Maybe I'll try and do that, yeah? I can do that. That takes you right on the screen now, so you're completely completely in the picture. But of course, you're quite big in the picture, of course, as well. That's the other. But let me just try something else out. It won't be a moment. Let me just try and see what I can do. I could crop you like that. Now I could just position you.
So don't move the camera back.
I don't know where Mirabelle's gone.
She looked at it.
How does that work? Is she there still? Is Mirabelle there?
I don't think she got an invite, so I sent her my invite.
No, she's here. She's here, but she's not on the green screen. She's disappeared. She's all there. She's in. Everything's in, but she's not actually on the green screen. I just want to see how big her picture, how big her body is. Now, you can see what I've done there,
Yeah.
Ronaldo. Can you see what I've done? I've cropped your screen. I've made you smaller. I've cropped your screen, but you only have a certain amount of space to move around, because if you walk to your left too much, you'll disappear off camera. But you are, in a sense, you see, you disappear because I had to crop it.
Yeah.
I've had to make it much smaller to fit you in. Oh, we're moving again. I'm not sure what's best. If I make you bigger, maybe I'd look. I can change the scene.
Would it work better with the park bench? Because the
Yeah, I was just
alignment,
wondering that.
the alignment
Yeah,
would
let's
work
look.
better with the existing sofa.
Let's see what we can do. Okay, but I'm going to try and make Alabama and Ronaldo a bit bigger. So I think they're probably too. A little bit too big. That's what I've got. With that's your picture when it's not cropped. That's your full picture now.
You look like a little pixie, Ronaldo.
Shall I make it a little bit bigger? Let me make it a bit bigger and we'll see what I can do. I'll let you do that first with your screen. Dane, I don't know if you know where Mirabelle has gone.
Paul, is it possible to mute the audio?
Yeah.
It's really noisy.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mirabelle, but I can't see you. Are you on front of your green screen? There you go.
Oh.
There you go. We thought you disappeared.
Oh,
We thought
okay.
you'd gone.
I'm here.
Okay, well, why don't you try and maybe just as a starter, just try and position you all on the bench. Maybe you could all try and sit on that bench somehow. If you could play with that.
Oh wait, I need to be back. Wait.
See, what's interesting here is that Mirabelle is about the same. She can get the same size as you, but all of her. I don't know what camera she's using, but all of her green screen is actually on the picture. Which camera is Mirabelle using?
I'm just using the extra webcam.
The webcam that we gave you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Are you using the same webcam as well, Alabama, Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have to zoom in and out. We don't have to zoom out.
Oh. No. Nope. Back. I mean,
You're technically sitting on the grass instead.
no, back. Why are you guys so small?
I think they're slightly more zoomed out than you are, actually, Mirabelle. I think that's probably what it is. Maybe their camera's further away than yours. But yours is good because you've got the whole green screen. I can see the whole green screen is there, which is great. So your position, that's really good. That works really well. Excellent. Okay, well, shall I try and crop your picture, Ronaldo, Alabama? Shall I crop your picture to the sides? All right, bear with me. I can bring that in like that. I can take that in like that. We've still got a leg at the light, but never mind. That's a little bit better. Okay, I've prepared these scenes for you. Do you want to see what I've got? Shall I show you what I've got?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the first scene you asked for. I'll show you this one. I showed you saw it a moment ago, but this is the first scene. Okay, so we're going to fade now to this one. There's a bit of music in here, so I hope it's not too loud. I did turn it down, but it might be turned down a bit more even. Let me turn the music down a bit more. There we go. Now you see what I can do for you. I can put you all behind. So Mirabelle, if you walk to your other side of the screen, you'll be behind the pink chair. Oh no, actually no, it's not you. It's Ronaldo and Alabama. They can also be behind the pink chair as well. So if they went to their left, although I've cropped the screen, so never mind. There you go. You two look good. That looks great. You're getting a seat on the sofa anyway.
Where did Ray go?
Alabama, Mirabelle, and Reynaldo, can you hear me? It's Dane.
Yeah.
Hi. You're looking good. Very interesting. Can you try a sequence of light improvisation through the space, looking at the obstacles, coming into the picture and entering the room, and trying to do some form of a trio, maybe?
Don't get too distracted by trying to all be the same size. You can play with scale. You can be different sizes. That's absolutely fine.
Ray can't really exit because we just disappeared. Let's go to the next one.
That's good, Mirabelle. See how you can interact through them and maybe make them move in particular ways and directions. Ronaldo,
Yeah.
can you try to direct Mirabelle with your hands? If you maybe use your hand to move her in space, and Mirabelle try to interact with Ronaldo in a duet that Ronaldo, you can lead it, and then you can change. And then Alabama, you can come in at different points to interact. Yes, that's really interesting, that dynamic action. Paul, do you have
other
another?
scenes. Yeah,
Yeah.
another scene. Yeah, sure. We'll try this one as well. This is. Tell you what, we'll try this one. I've got plenty more actually. I've been doing quite a few. So this one here is quite interesting from the point of view that Mirabelle can actually disappear into the hole. If she stands by the hole, she'll notice that she suddenly disappears into the hole.
That's really interesting, Ray. That's nice, Mirabelle, when you're interacting with the surfaces and using that to direct the choreography. Ronaldo in Alabama, can you use the imagery to direct your bodily movements? So if you were to improvise but use the shapes that are in the screen to dictate your movement, whether it's the chair, the table, the books.
Let's see.
Yes, that's interesting. Use the architecture of the space to shape your movement. That's good. See if you can do a choreography in unison together. So Mirabelle and Alabama and Ronaldo, if you create some movements that you can then learn with each other and replicate it in real time, so it's a unison phrase, utilizing the spaces.
Remember, you can all speak to each other.
Mabel, can you stand up?
What did you say?
Can you stand up? And then we could try. You know that game, the sitting standing game?
Yeah.
Should we try to play that with replicating some architectural shapes?
Yeah, sure.
So like one person, there's always, I guess it would have to be with you. There's only one person who's allowed to sit. And then as soon as you sit down, someone can sit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like, because you don't have a chair. So for example, if I sit down, then that decision can be, if you sit down, and then I have to stand up. And then if you sit down, and then there's a sort of like exchange of levels. And I guess we can replicate whatever shape we see. So there's like, oh, there's the top, there's the tip, there's the teapot, there's the teapot. Does that make sense? Only one person can sit at a time. So as soon as someone sat down, that's, yeah. We try that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Okay.
Okay, something interesting is developing here. Maybe change directions, change places, try different shapes. Maybe Mirabelle, if you lead a bit of the movement, and then Ronaldo, Alabama, if you can copy some of Mirabelle's movements because she's in a different space. It would be interesting for her to take the lead.
Dane, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
I was about to suggest if they play around Alice Wonderland when they are on
Go
the
for it,
table and
Carlos.
they're like, huh?
Yes, go for it, Carlos. Direct them.
If you guys think in Alice Wonderland when they are having the tea around the table and having arguments, maybe play with the idea. If you go around the table and having little discussions and then playing with the books and the trees, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe try not to be too frontal all the time, Mimi. Try to somehow face Bamban and try. Like if you're really having a conversation with her. Like yeah, forget the camera for a second and just try to focus on the guy.
Oh, let's do that.
Nice. I think it's the same for you, Bam Bam. It's weird when you are looking at the camera all the time.
Yeah. It's really hard because you can't always don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, we can't navigate.
Yeah, but maybe if you keep that space, like you know where the table is, maybe play around that.
I'll quickly just interrupt us for a second, just to say that in the diagram I sent you, if you can do it, if you could connect a television screen up to your laptop and have another screen, you can do exactly what Carlos is suggesting there, where you're looking at the screen to the left or to the right, and that way you get a visual connection with the other person in the screen. But maybe for next time, if you have a chance to get a little TV and an HDMI cable, you can just connect it up to your laptop. If you have the dongle and everything, we can talk about it later on. Do you want me to change scenes? Do you want a different scene? I have this scene as well. You can play with this one.
This one's cool.
I love Mirabel's face then.
So much fun. So fun! I love it!
Guys, maybe try to play with the background you've got already. Like maybe, you know, in the middle of the forest and it's really dark and you're scared and escape and things like that.
Remember, what are we running away from?
Sorry?
A clown.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, anything, an animal, anything from each other. Like maybe crossing the road from one side to the other. Lower, right.
Yeah.
It's too fast. Yeah, that's nice, maybe. And then maybe when... Yeah, that's nice. And keep running, keep escaping from the picture. Yeah, maybe that's nice. Somehow being closer to the camera, right, it works better for this thing. I don't know if Mirabel is closer to the camera, but Mirabel's angle is really nice.
Just
It looks
get
like
cut here, where that is, there's a hard line.
okay.
I think because he's here.
Oh, I see.
You're gonna have this then.
I can take the crop off if you want to. Hang on. Bear with me a moment.
Yeah, that's nice, Mimi.
I think your lighting's changing there.
Yeah.
I'm struggling with your lighting a little bit. Do you want to pause it for a bit? Do you want to talk a bit? Do you want to talk a little bit, Dane? I realise it's only 20. It's I can turn the sound down for a minute. Yep, let me just turn the sound down for a second.
The session today is definitely much more interactive than the previous sessions, and there's much more possibility with this system, it seems.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I think so too. Let me just turn the sound down. I can hear you then. Won't be a minute. There we go. Sorry, let's take the sound down. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, now really pleased. Really, really pleased. I can join you. Look, they are as well. As well. Yeah, I can just quickly overlay myself. No, I'm very happy. There's some really lovely moments in there. Really lovely moments. Can I just one thing that's quite be quite useful just to say from my point of view. I know it's if you can really try and believe you're in the screen, try and forget yourself physically, and try and just think of yourself as in the screen. Like when you look into a mirror and you forget yourself physically, and try and think of the person you're looking at, and try and get really, really connect with that person. You'll find it so much. You'll find it more. Yeah, you'll find it very up. It's very. It's a great experience. I'm sure you're familiar with it with mirrors and using those in as a use in dance. But it's really useful to think of yourself as completely the person in that screen and not this physical person. So there's a kind of disembodiment and re-embodiment, and it really helps when you do that. When you play this other character, and it's this other character that you're in control of, not yourself in a sense. It's this other character. So it could be really really useful to maybe explore that in the next session. But I'd love to hear your thoughts about today, Dane. It was really good to hear that. What do you think? Has this been much more successful today?
No, yeah, I think it has been. I think from our perspective, what is difficult to engage with the scene is we don't have the full set as the green screen set. So it's hard to navigate that and lose ourselves to connect with the whole scene. I think is
another suggestion. Yeah, I got a suggestion for that. I noticed that, Ronaldo. I noticed that. I think actually for Mirabelle, it's working. The camera angle and the position's working very well, and it's fine that she's a little larger in the screen. But maybe you have two green screens there because you have the one because you both had one each. If you have room, if you have space, you could put the two green screens together, so two stands together, rather than cover up the chair. But actually have two stands, or if you could use the corner of a room, is that difficult with the room? Do you think, or is that possible?
We could make it so there's an L-shaped room.
That would work. And then point it into the middle of the L, into the center, so there's a kind of a triangle. It will give you a nice lot of depth as well. It'll allow you to go really far back. Even in that shot with the road, you could play walking along the road, walking towards somebody. Then it could be really, really nice. So you could play with that. I mean, it really helps when you have. Sorry, Sita, go ahead.
I was just going to say, as much as trying to lose yourself in this scene, I think particularly for the moment, while you're getting used to it, perhaps try to lose yourself in your electric body rather than thinking too much about the scene. It takes practice, but with time, you can learn for the image of your body to become an extension of yourself, and your proprioceptive senses will start to encompass it within your sense of self. But to do that, you have to invest in your digital image as being something, a part of yourself. Now, it's quite hard when you're working off one screen because as Carlos was saying, you're always having to look at that screen in order to have that investment in your digital image. So if you can get two screens, it will help you with that. But even if you just have one, trying to think of that electric body as being part of your own body, but a sort of extension of it. And the more you can try to do that, the easier it will become to be able to be inhabiting those scenes.
What do you mean by an electric body?
An electric body is a term that's been used a few times in relation to telepresence, and it's the sense of sort of your fleshy body, your physical body, and then your electric body is the image on the screen. And actually, in time and with practice, you can begin when you reach out to touch somebody on the screen to get a sense of that connection there, because you start to learn that body in relation to your own, and to learn how that body relates to your own body. And then that sort of screen body becomes a way to reach other screen bodies. So you have to think of that screen body as a conduit, a way for you to be able to be in the screen. and with practice and with thinking about that body as being part of yourself rather than being a separate image that you're controlling. So it's a bit of a mind shift, really, to help you to see that the body on the screen as being part of your own body, being connected to your own body. It's a thought
really
exercise
useful.
in a way, but it becomes actually quite practical.
It's quite often you can just practice in a mirror like you normally do. You know, it's just that sort of sense of that proprioception that Sita's talking about, getting to grips with that and learning it, feeling that awareness around you, sort of digital awareness.
When it works really well, Ronaldo, Alabama, and Mirabelle, is when you just switch your brain off and you just move and respond as if you were improvising in space. And that's when it really becomes interesting for us to see you as you were in the studio, but this is a simulated situation. So I think today was really a successful research compared to the previous sessions. And I think what we're trying to say is that when you start to engage with each other in a more natural way, in a more performative way, as you would in the studio, that's when you start to create a story and you start to create a narrative that then we believe. And when what happens is we disbelieve the fact that you're all in space when you do make reference to the camera and you being seen. So it's just that once you can switch the brain off and just interact as much as you can in a more natural way, it becomes really interesting. And I realized depth, if you had more space between the camera and the green screen and more width, you could use front and back depth and left and right. But within this, I think there's still room for us to create some interesting storylines.
Excellent. That's really good. I'm really pleased. That's really good, some good, interesting feedback, and really good to see you trying it out. This is really what we wanted, for you to actually really exploring the space. We will on Wednesday. We'll be joined by Steve Dixon, who's one of the project partners, and he's going to be in Singapore, so he will come in, and rather like Sita, he'll be here. And I think he's also going to have a green screen set up, so be prepared. He might join you. No, he's an actor and a performer and a writer, and theatre director, and many different things. So I'm sure he'll be there to try and get, similarly to how Sita and I are helping you and make some comments and that sort of thing. But he might have some other activities he might introduce. I'm not sure yet, but it'll be interesting and fun for you to try that out. So, and he's getting up very early in the morning to join you from Singapore. So it'd be great. So please do try and get your green screen set up. Fantastic. And the lighting, of course, I've noticed the lighting changing, and it's getting better when you have a combination of two lighting systems, and the evenings are quite tricky because the light, if you have windows open, the light is changing, and so the green screening changes as well. But I can see you're working.
Mirabelle is really clear.
Yeah, it's very good, isn't it? Yes, I think so too. Very good. Yeah, really good. So Mirabelle, do the same as that. Have the same setup, and Ronaldo and Alabama, try the corner view. That would be really good. Give it a go if you don't mind. I think you will really, once this starts to work, you get a lot out of it. It really will be huge benefit from doing this. Okay, I won't keep you because it's gone 8:30, and everyone needs to get some supper and some sleep. Excellent. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Thank you.
Thanks so
Well
much.
done, everyone.
We'll see you Wednesday. Okay. All right. Okay. Bye now. You just have to leave. You just have to close your browser and you leave. I'll say use the same information for the next session. By the way, use the same password and connection.
Okay. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Everyone's still there? Anyone there? Everyone's gone. Excellent. Okay.